Welcome back. If you didn't know, Texas has one of the strongest economies in the nation and is ranked the 8th largest economy in the world. A big contributing factor to that is the increasing number of working women. Now, to share more about that is Karen Hughes White, Texas Women's Foundation President and CEO. Thank you so much for joining us here on Midday.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay, so first off, tell us more about this foundation and what you guys do here in North Texas.
Sure. Texas Women's Foundation was founded in 1985 by 19 trailblazing women.
Of course.
Who believed in the power of collective philanthropy to make change.
Now, we know that a report was just released from this foundation, and there's a lot of trends that I noticed as well. Where do we start?
So the 2024 Economic Issues for Women in Texas report was published last week.
Yes.
It has some pretty alarming statistics in it. It is the 5th edition of this report, first published in 2014. And unfortunately, some of the statistics haven't changed, right? Despite women working more than we ever have before, contributing to the growth and innovation of this robust $2.4 trillion Texas economy.
Wow. Policy
has not kept pace to keep women working productively and consistently in the workforce, which has a downside impact on Texas women, Texas family, and the Texas economy.
What are some policies that you would like to see be changed?
Well, we'd like to see the wage gap get closed.
That's a big one. Once and for all.
Once and for all. Texas women are still making 83 cents on the dollar compared to men. And that's despite earning many more college degrees. Women earn 58% of the college degrees here in Texas.
Right.
We continue to make less than men, and we continue to only occupy 28% of all the executive positions. That has to change, and the time is now.
How do we start to change that?
Well, I think policy, employer policies for one part, right? There's legislation around equal pay that I think we need to get over the line once and for all. But really, a lot of these decisions lie with employers. So getting employers on board to recognize the contributions women are making and to pay us fairly and equitably for the work that we do.
I mean,
it's
the time
really
is
all
now,
we're asking.
right?
The time is past now, right?
Exactly. Something else that I took interest to within this report, it was talking about childcare.
Oh, gosh.
And working women.
Yeah.
What is happening there?
Well, the childcare is almost unaffordable.
Yep.
The lack of affordable childcare for Texas women and families and access, right? 50% of Texans live in a child care desert, right? The cost of those two things combined is costing our Texas economy $11.4 billion with a B dollars in lost productivity and lost economic impact. So as much as we talk about issues for women, these are really issues for families in Texas and for all Texans.
Karen, you're the expert here. I mean, is the issue here falling on deaf ears? What are we doing when it comes to policy and making change?
Well, what I'm proud of is this report is the first report that was conducted through the lens of the Texas workforce and the Texas economy. So the research and the data that's coming out of this report is quantifiable, maybe for the first time ever. So we are taking a much different message to Austin this legislative session, and we hope it doesn't fall on deaf ears.
And lawmakers can truly use the data that was just released in this report. How can people read through this? I spent a lot of my time this morning. I mean, it was very interesting.
Thank you for saying that. So you can go to our website, txwf.org, and download the report to read it. There is a page in the report that gives you just the highlights for those who want a shortcut to action. But within the report, there are policy recommendations and recommendations for individuals to advocate for change.
Oh, Karen, a pleasure to have you. A lot of insight you shared here, and I'm telling you, that report, you got to read through the report. It was alarming.
Thank you so much.
Karen, thank you so much for joining us here.